Space may be in the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be in the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be in the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be in the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Have you ever dreamed of going up to outer space? Or maybe meeting other beings from another place? Have you ever wondered what it's like on other planets? Then you watch a science show and come to believe you understand it. You feel empowered by the knowledge and you feel enlightened, listening to Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson. But then you wake up and you start to see the obvious. Life is just a lie and this whole world ain't what we thought it was. NASA's missions to the moon were never completed. They just filmed them in a room and people believe it. I used to wonder what it's like to be an astronaut. Now when I see them acting, I can't help but to laugh a lot. They give us cartoons and they claim that we live on a ball, but it's flat and it's not moving or spinning at all. Why you lying to us, man? That's something that we want to know. After that, you're gonna have to pack up all your stuff and go.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
History has been rewritten by winners of wars. The Jesuit order, Khazars, Freemasons, and more. They pulled the veil over our eyes, and it's time to awaken. Through organized indoctrination, our minds have been taken. It's time we take our power back and we rescue our people. The Vatican and the bankers are like Resident Evil. They may have had the greatest plan that was ever concocted, but Illuminati never thought that they'd ever be spotted. They're manufacturing reality all in our heads. They tell us if the earth is flat, then we'll fall off the edge. But if it is a spinning ball, we won't fall off it then. And gravity is our imaginary magic friend. Why is water always flat when unmanipulated? Why are pictures of the earth computer generated? Why you lying to us, man? That's something that we want to know. After that, you're gonna have to pack up all your stuff and go.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
Dear NASA, it's becoming 100% crystal clear that you and the other space programs that are in operation are connected and are deceiving the entire world. More and more people are waking up every single day, and we are now able to see right through you. But what we really want to know is, why are you lying? Sincerely, me and the great people of this earth.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement.
The captain thinks the world is a round, see? But we all know it's a flat, right?
Of course it's flat. Sure, I know the world is flat.
Yeah, so do I. Everybody knows that.
Alright, well, I'm back for another one. Memorial Day weekend. And let's talk about the compromise that happened for Memorial Day, right? From what I gather, it's all about the Civil War. What exactly was the Civil War? Why did these people fight against? They want to sit there and say, oh, they said, why should we, the South, not, or why should we comply with the federal mandates when they don't do the same thing? It's not reciprocal, right? Like, how it was put or explained to me was how it was set up is, or how it was there was a federal law that said that slaves needed to be returned. It was the Fugitive Slave Act, right? Well, the northern states did not want to enforce it, especially in Washington, where a lot of the slaves ran to from like Virginia and stuff like that. So there's a big what do you do about it? And they say that they decided to secede and not go along with paying the taxes of the federal taxes because well, they're not going to do their part of the deal. They're just going to pick and choose which laws to enforce. They're going to do that. It's what I gather from it. And then it goes into Decoration Day, where they would decorate the graves of the fallen from, you know, what was it, the 2 million men and women of the Civil War that fell. Not exactly sure on the number. But then all of a sudden they decided to say, okay, both sides are doing this. So let's do a national holiday called Memorial Day. And now nobody even knows what it's about. They think it's about Vietnam Memorial, right? Well, Vietnam Memorial is something completely different. So, I mean, it's just me, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to really have a long stream tonight, but I'm going to get down to the basics, right? Gulf of Tonkin, there is an incident where supposedly a Russian PT boat that was driven and operated by the, what do you call it, Vietnamese, fired on an American ship, which brought us into that war. We had to go in there because communism was a big scare, right? Still is. So basically, they conducted a draft to go in there. And same thing with Korea. Same old song and dance, same hat, all over again. So the thing is history is skewed. It's a lie agreed upon. Napoleon was known to say that. It's like a lot of people don't even realize that Mark Twain never existed. Now they'll sit there and say, well, I got a book that says written by Mark Twain. Well, that means that the guy that wrote it used a pen name named Mark Twain. His real name was Samuel Clements. Yeah, you can even look that up. That's an easy one there. A lot of people don't even have the gumption to look these things up or even look into anything. It's very sad. Now, I wonder how many people today are out there drinking, carrying on, participating in the paganistic holiday of the death cult to commemorate the fallen heroes. So if he didn't go out and clean up the gravesites and put wreaths and roses and pay homage to the fallen soldiers, then you don't know what you're doing, because the holiday is not exactly what that's about. It's not about getting bloated or getting a boost in pay for working today. It's not about that at all. They've noble-eyed this one as well. I mean, it's just an illusion. This control that they have is an illusion, and they need the controlling mechanism of the mind called television to keep the fucking puppets in line. For some, it's very hard to see that. Others, it's crystal clear. HD vision. Now, it's almost to a point to where right now, if people aren't awake to this, if they're not hip to it, they never will be hip to it. They're just going to sit there and remain a mind slave for the masters and continue to do as, you know, nothing's ever been different. Then when you show them interesting things, they go, wow, I did not know that. Like, why is it that you didn't know that? I mean, I didn't know it at that point. Nobody really showed it to me. I kind of stumbled across it by looking into things like definitions and what words mean. And it goes deep, like even, especially in the church. Especially in the church. But, yeah. Speaking on that, it's all an illusion thing. There's a song from ODD TV from 2017. It's called Illusions. I'm going to play it for y'all. And, yeah, all you see is just illusions everywhere you look.
What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions.
Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems, then they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems, then they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans.
Repeat after me, I am not free. They're lying to you, they're lying to me. What are they hiding? I'm dying to see. Why is it God that they're trying to be? The acquisition of wealth and power is what they know. They've always been among us, they own us, they run the show. When it comes to making a difference, we ain't moving. Freedom is a fallacy, you're just a free-range human. From the crib to the grave, you live as a slave, and that's just a matter of fact. If you wanna see change, forget all the games, we're gonna just have to attack. This is our world and we're snatching it back. If you don't want it, move off to the side. Not for the cowardly, not for the weak, only the strong come along for the ride. Won't be so simple, I'm not gonna lie, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try. With everything that they're doing to all of us, maybe tomorrow we're all gonna die. Either way, they kill us slowly, dumb us down and make us dopey. Everything you see is fake and all the news you get is phony. It's time we show the people how the elite are so deceitful. It's time we rise up high up enough to expose this evil.
Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems, then they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems, then they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans.
What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions.
ODD TV, truth of vision, the one and only. They hate the fact that I'm nosy, but I say fuck it, blow me. I'm a researcher, a real truth seeker. This is my classroom, fool, I'm a school teacher. Prepare to be blown away, everything you know gets thrown away. Take your mind to a whole nother level, put the pedal to the metal with no delay. How much worse must it get before we do something about it? For we are many, they are few, man, we got them surrounded. It's time we think outside the cage where our brains have been placed. The true history of the world has been changed and erased. It's 1984, these things are so Orwellian. Big brother, motherfucker, super totalitarian. Your thoughts being suggested, your speech being suppressed, always being corrected, freedom being oppressed, always under surveillance, in a state of unrest. And if you protest it, they put your ass under arrest.
Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems, then they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans. Take a look around you, what you see is just illusions. Everything goes in circles, but there's no revolutions. They create the problems, then they offer the solutions. We're nothing but going to them, they treat us like subhumans.
What you see is just illusions. What you see is just illusions.
Sean Hawkins says the first thing an indoctrinator does is try to convince you everything is a lie they know is the real truth. Really, what is the real truth? What is truth? You know what truth is? It's a religion, you jackass. It denotes faith. See that? Faith, faithfulness, fidelity, loyalty. So is fact a truth? No, fact means it's an event that occurred. We're stating facts. You're trying to come up with truths as proofs, as evidence, and those are all illogical things. You cannot use faith as a proof. The heliocentric model is not even what it's called anymore. It's called the helical model. Do you know that? Fucking people. Especially Sean. He's a star boy. No. Here's a proof for you, right? How do we determine a level surface? We use water. We use liquids. Because liquids have a property. It's known to find level. And Sean Hawkins, I don't see any proof. I just see you saying that's false. So that's indoctrination, what you're doing right there. See, you can't even come on the Discord and talk because you're afraid. You're a scared little bitch. Yep. You're afraid. No, we don't use a plumb bob to find any fucking horizon, you jackass. What does horizon mean? It means great bounding circle. It's not a geometric thing. Bounding circle, the horizon, bound, the limit, divine, separate. Separation of the earth and the sky, that's all it is. Fucking idiot. Tool to indicate a horizontal line. That's what a level is. Doesn't say plumb bob. Plumb bob's not a correct thing, is it? Massive lead hung from a string to show a vertical line. Vertical is not horizontal. In fact, it's the exact opposite, which proves that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is the problem with fucking people listening to zealots like you. I could just disprove you by coming up with definitions. I mean, this is easy, dude. Yep, a lot of silence. All you gotta do is just join the fucking Discord by following the link in the description. But in the meantime, Sean, you're always gonna be wrong. Yeah, you're always gonna be wrong, because I prove you wrong every fucking time because you don't know the words that you use. You're entrapped by your own spells, buddy. And on that note...
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
In America, they watch you and they track your every move. They're even putting poison in your food. In America, the people are too blind to see the truth. But it's too late and there's nothing we can do. In America, just watch your favorite show and watch the news, so they can pre-program you with your views. In America, get a job, obey the law, support the troops, and just get back, cause there's nothing we can do. This is the divided states of Illuminati land. People stumbling all over the place like zombies, man. Just like the Walking Dead, they got this country zombified. All your water's fluoridated, all your food is modified. You are what you eat, so I guess that means that you're a GMO. And you don't even know, but you're too blind to see it though. You have to be asleep to have the American dream. Just how they need it, cause your freedom was never a thing. The best kind of slaves are the slaves that don't know that they're slaves. Stuck in a daze and they behave how they're told to behave. Good little sheeple people, always happy, always gleeful. No revolting, no rebelling, no uprising, no upheaval. The ones that rule us wanna keep us all clueless and weak. It's not looking so good for humans, the future is bleak. You think you are unique, but really you're a replica, created by the false education that they gave you here. In America, they watch you and they track your every move. They're even putting poison in your food. In America, the people are too blind to see the truth, but it's too late and there's nothing we can do. In America, just watch your favorite show and watch the news, so they can pre-program you with your views. In America, get a job, obey the law, support the troops, and just get back, cause there's nothing we can do.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem. We are conditioned every minute of every day, and being ignorant is just the American way. The national debt is a debt we can never repay, but if they say to pay your taxes, you better obey. Hypocritical kingdom of wicked criminals, using symbols and signals to fill your head with subliminals. When you watch TV, it's corroding your mind. When the 5G network goes online, there'll be nowhere to hide. Electromagnetic frequencies all around us so frequently. Nothing is what it seems to be. They deceive us so easily. No one even believe in me while they're meeting in secrecy. Have you seen the world recently? Never treating us decently. What happened to liberty and justice for all? Dictators free themselves, but we don't get nothing at all. I just want you to know the truth, so please don't shoot the messenger. It's a bitch, but this is how it is when you live. In America, they watch you and they track your every move. They're even putting poison in your food. In America, the people are too blind to see the truth, but it's too late and there's nothing we can do. In America, just watch your favorite show and watch the news, so they can pre-program you with your views. In America, get a job, obey the law, support the troops, and just get back, cause there's nothing we can do.
Thank you. Try again, Sean Hawkins. You're wrong. You're always going to